Aries, you are up. Last but most certainly not least. So here we are with the money reading for May. Now, I've already pre-pulled the cards for this reading. Take what resonates, leave what does not. If it's not your story, don't try to make it fit. I'm just a person here reading energy and tarot cards. You know your story better than I ever could. Now that I said that, I have 3 oracle cards, and then I have 3 tarot cards, and then bottom of the deck card. Let's start with the first oracle card, and I need my light to read it. And this is detox your friendships. Detox your friendships. And it says, your abundance flow is being affected by the people with whom you're spending time. So be discerning about your associations and relationships. Choose to be with people who are inspiring, generous, and supportive. All right, detox your friendships. I heard taken for granted. Some people might be taking you for granted in a friendship. You'll know better than me. Take what resonates, leave what does not. Also, and let me just clarify this now. The moon card clarified this. There may be some type of talk behind your back as well, or somebody's not being truthful. Now, there's a full moon happening in May. It's the lunar eclipse in Scorpio on May the 5th. If there's a secret, it might come out around that time. Again, also May can be about fear. Now, some of you may be dealing with some people that you may not even like that much because you don't want to be alone. Again, take what resonates, leave what does not. If it's not your story, don't try to make it fit. But that, for somebody, that is their timeline, where they would rather deal with someone than not deal with anyone at all. But the thing is that if you let that person that is not good for you out of your life, new people will come in that will eventually match your frequency. Just saying. So, the second oracle card that came out is ask for your needs to be met. That's another thing too with the friendships. For some of you, you might need to speak up and say, hey, I need for you to pay for dinner every once in a while. Or I need for you to pick me up instead of me picking you up all the time. Or whatever the situation may be where you may feel it's one-sided. It may be one-sided because you haven't asked for anything. Now, this card says, God and the angels can come to you in aid only if you make a free will choice to be helped. And it begins with asking. It doesn't matter how you ask God for help, but only that you do so. The same holds true with clearly asking other people to assist you. So ask for your needs to be met. Let me turn this down a little bit. So there we go. Because it was kind of bright. Ask for your needs to be met. And the clarifier of that is the Two of Wands. 4 movement gardens is what they call it in this deck. What I call it is long-term planning. That is usually what the Two of Wands is. Twos are about choices, but Two of Wands specifically is about long-term choices. It can also be about travel too, as well. But this is making a decision to voice how you feel. Don't forget, wands deal with passion. So maybe you're more passionate towards the things that you want, or more passionate about your views, whether it's views of the world or how you view yourself or how you want people to view you. As the saying goes, you have to teach people how to treat you. So now that you have that energy moving forward, you will more than likely be more vocal. Even though you're an Aries, I have never known an Aries who has a problem with being vocal. Aries are usually the first to speak up. Just saying. But just in case you might be one of the people who like, hey, now might be a period where it's like, okay, let me just say what needs to be said. The third card is take a divinely guided chance. Take a divinely guided chance. And it says, all positive change and successful ventures involve a degree of risk. And you are ready to follow your divine guidance to new territories. As you leave behind that which is comfortable and familiar, but are no longer appropriate for you, you make room for the new and more meaningful opportunities. Again, I feel like it's going back to that friendship thing where this is just life. Let me turn off my light. This is just life where sometimes people outgrow each other. It just happens. Sad, but true. And you may be at a point now where you're ready to bust through to that next level. But you can't take the people with you as much as you would like to, because their energy may not match the level that you're going to. And also, especially if it's a friendship or some type of relationship where it's one-sided, as you bring in more resources going to this next level, you don't want them to just take up more and more of your resources. You want people who can actually contribute and not just take. So that's another thing too. But this is saying take a chance, and not necessarily taking a chance on leaving old friendships behind, but taking a chance on life in general. That's what this is saying. And you may not want to, because you may feel there's so many options. You don't know which way to go with the Seven of Cups. But there's a lot of options here. The right option will be there for you. You'll find the right option. I'm confident you will, because at the bottom of the deck is the Ace of Pentacles. And if you notice on this deck, it says starting stable avenue. Starting stable avenue. So this is something new that comes in to give you balance. I feel this appears when you readjust your friendships. It's time to audit your friendships, because your friendships are affecting your abundance. All right? So Aries, that is your message. KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. Until next time, Aries, be blessed.